All right, in this video, I'll let you know exactly how to close any clients that actually says that your price is too high. I mean, I've been there, and of course, I've dealt with such kind of client. I'm still dealing with them. So at the end of this video, you should be able to have a very good clarity on how to sell anything that is high ticket. All right, I'll do this with a very short story so you'll be able to grasp and of course paint a very good picture of what I need to explain in this video. A father actually asked a son, hey son, go sell me this watch. Let's say for instance, the man asked his son to sell him this watch and say, go to this coffee shop down the street and ask them to give you money for this watch. And the son went over there and like 2-3 minutes later, he came back and said, Father, they are asking me to pay $5 for this watch. And the father said, no, that's a very small amount. Go to the pawn shop down the street and ask them how much they will buy this watch. Sell me this watch at the pawn shop. And the son came back another 3 minutes later and said, the pawn shop actually said they were going to buy the shop for $5, just like the coffee shop. And the father said, okay, this is what you should do. Go over to the museum somewhere down the street and of course, sell me this watch. At this point, the son was getting really, really grumpy because if he was actually walked around a lot, I said, please go over to this museum and sell this watch. Then he had to go to the museum, and when he got there, then he was able to, surprisingly, he came back to the father and say, Father, you can't believe it. The museum said they would buy the watch for $1,000. So this has to tell you that the right place will value you the right way. Most people, when they're trying to sell or close a client, because of most clients will really lie to your face. They will tell you, hey, look, I don't think this is worth it. What do you think? All those things they say is actually trying to make you come down to a value, like bring down your prices. But the best thing you can do is always let your clients understand that your value or the value you bring in whatever you're selling is way, way worth the price. And one of the things you should understand is that when somebody is not able to see that value, that's when they will start thinking of going below or asking you that this thing is too high or or your cost or whatever is too low. But if you're able to let them understand that your value is actually worth the price, most of them would always want to buy. But the problem we normally have is that as soon as the client tells you that, look, this thing is too high and you want to start going down, no, it's most people would keep making that mistake. What you should do is to stick to your price as long as you know the value. All you need is to make sure you have that particular item or whatever you are selling in the right place. As soon as you have it in the right place, the value in that item will definitely shine. Because one thing you understand is that when people don't really understand or know the value of something, they would always go and price you below. Because even if you sell that watch for like $5, they wouldn't even buy. They will still give you reasons and come up with different reasons that they don't want to buy. So the best thing you should do is to make sure that whatever you're selling has the value that you're actually pricing it for. And of course, take it to the right location. Wherever it is that the right eyeballs are going to see it, that is where you want to go to. And with this strategy, you sell anything. As long as the right people that actually values and understand what you're selling, and you have to make it very simplified, they would always buy and give you that money you really want. So the fact is that you don't need to get mad when people don't really agree with your price. I mean, let's look at it this way, for instance. When you're trying to sell, for instance, a Ferrari to a low-income family, I mean, these people can't even afford a Ferrari. They can't even, in their wildest dream, they can't even if you bring that Ferrari as low as $1,000, they don't have the money. They can barely feed their family. They can barely take care of their responsibilities. I mean, let alone talking about buying a Ferrari. So what you should do is to always understand that once your value, the value of whatever you are selling is in the right place or in front of the right audience, they would always want to buy. So most of the time when people actually is objecting to your sales or probably your price, they're not really objecting to that price. They're actually saying, look, I want to see the value in what you're selling. And in this point, you should bear two things in mind. When selling to these people or people that are ready to buy, you should be able to consider this: the people that has the willingness to buy, which is they have like a pain or urgency or something that is really, really making them feel like this is something that is worth their money, right? Then the second thing is people that have ability to buy. Now, which is somebody or people that can actually afford those services that you want to actually sell, they can actually pay for that money that you want to sell. So one of the things you should understand is that, people want to see the value in the sense that you now need to actually, make them understand the urgency and of course, let them know, the pain. So one of the ways you can demonstrate the value of what you're selling could be number one is actually maybe you're using a very good story, to actually lace that particular, offer. And of course, get to the emotions of these people for them to buy. Or it could be, social proof that, look, this so and so have actually bought, this particular product. And of course, they've gotten a very good value from it. Or it could finally giving them a guarantee that, look, as soon as you buy this, I'm making sure that whatever you spend, if you don't get the value, I'm giving you your money back guaranteed. So you can use any of this, three different ways to actually demonstrate the value of what you're selling. And whoever has that willingness to buy and the ability to buy, as we mentioned earlier, would always jump in if you're really good enough in demonstrating this value of actually what you're selling. So it's really, really important for you to understand how people, thinks and know which or any of these ways to use either the storytelling or, social proof or any form of guarantees to pressure them or actually, make them to understand the reason why they need to buy from you. So the final thing you need to take away from this video is that price is always an issue in the absence of value. And I've told you already how to demonstrate this value to help these people understand and see the reason why they need to buy from you. I believe that I've been able to provide you a very good value in this particular video. And if you follow this strategy, you will definitely be able to close more clients and of course make more sales. This is a strategy that I personally use, and of course I believe it's going to work for you, and I'm waiting to see you at the top. I'm watching you from afar and I'm wishing you all the best. Let's go win. Let's make this money together. Thank you.